Hey everybody, back with something kind of different from stuff I normally show. It's going to be a bunch of Star Wars stuff. So Mark Williams, who used to be on YouTube under some different channel names, a lot of us from the old school days remember him, but he's mostly on Facebook now, and he decided he was going to get rid of pretty much all of his collection, which was a bunch of sports and non-sports stuff. So he said he was going to split it up into some big priority boxes. He had one for baseball, one for football, and then one miscellaneous one which had like a lot of Star Wars and wrestling and Marvel, just a bunch of random stuff like that. So I decided to take that one because it just seemed like the most interesting one to me. But then once I got it, I quickly realized that it had a lot of Star Wars stuff from a bunch of different sets, stuff that I didn't even recognize. Because in general, I don't know a lot about the Star Wars stuff. Like every now and then I buy some Star Wars packs, but again, I didn't really know how to identify a lot of these sets. So it ended up being a lot of work just kind of looking a lot of this stuff up. But once I kind of got into a groove, it actually became kind of fun just trying to figure out what everything was. I used eBay, I used COMC, I used TCDB, just any resource I could find to, again, try to identify some of these sets. Like some inserts. But yeah, now what I'm trying to decide to do is like, am I going to complete some of these sets? Because some of them are like close to being complete, some of them are not. And I really like the way some of them look. So again, I don't know. I got to figure out like exactly how far I am from completing some of them to, again, try to decide what I want to do with all this stuff. Let me see. I have like little papers on top of each stack kind of telling me what each set is, because again, there's so many different sets in here. There's 2016 The Force Awakens Series 1 and 2. Again, just really like the way that set is designed and the photos. Although with this one, something I'm not quite sure of. Like, he has a lot of the base, which has like this silver lettering, but then he has way more of the green parallels. So not quite sure how that ended up happening. I don't know if it's just like super easy to get the greens or what. Again, I'm not like super informed on some of this stuff still. Yeah, a ton of greens, and there's some other colors in there too. There's some blues. And there were some purples. So yeah, if I was gonna complete that set, I don't know if I would like just chase everything in one color or just mix the colors up or what. Again, I'm still just kind of deciding. It's kind of why I'm making this video, just kind of thinking out loud. I did have some binders that came in and some pages, so either way, I'm thinking even if I don't complete some of these, I might just put them all in that binder anyway, have that be my Star Wars binder, whether it's complete sets or not. But then again, there's so much stuff in here that I don't even know if one binder is going to be enough for all of it. But then again, maybe I'll keep some of it, maybe I'll get rid of some of it. Still kind of just thinking it through. But it has been kind of fun just looking through all these and again sorting them, figuring out what they are. Just gave me a nice little project for a few weeks. Because again, I'm not like a Star Wars super fan, but I do like the Star Wars universe in general. I'm just not like super informed on it all the time. I don't like watch everything as soon as it drops. I don't watch everything over and over again. But I do like a lot of the cards. So here we have some 2016 Star Wars Card Trader physical cards. That's what I have these under. So I guess this was like some digital game or something that they made physical cards for. They have like these scratch off type things on the back. But again, just a really good looking set. I wouldn't mind completing if it isn't too much work. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go through all of these stacks in this video. Just kind of felt the need to show some of these before I end up Again, either putting them away or getting rid of them. Just have a really small stack for these. These are 2017 Star Wars 40th anniversary. So those are pretty cool too, but again, just a really small stack. So if I'm missing a ton of those, definitely not gonna try to complete it. That looks pretty cool. Then you got some green ones. Seems like all of these have like different color borders. I mean, like everything else, they have parallels for everything. But yeah, didn't think that was such a big thing with the Star Wars stuff, but apparently it is. There's just a handful of these. I have these written down as The Last Jedi blue parallels. These don't look like anything too special. But yeah, I looked some of this stuff up like a few weeks ago, so I've already kind of forgotten what some of it was. So that's why these little notes that I have on top of them really help out a lot. Now here's a set that I really would like to complete. This is 2018 Star Wars Galactic Files Reborn. So quite a name there. So you can see, like, if you're not educated on some of this stuff, how confusing it could be. And I was super confused when I first started taking these out of the box. But again, it became kind of fun just once I started figuring some of it out and identifying some of the sets. And I have a bunch of these, so might be pretty close to getting that one done. And something that I didn't do for most of these stacks, which I should have done, was write down how many cards are in each set, so I have a better idea of how many I'm missing. But yeah, if I'm close to completing this one, I'm gonna get that one done and binder it up. And this one also has some color parallels that I see in the back there. But yeah, and I also have doubles on some of these, but I've already like pre-organized some of the stacks, so I don't think you'll see any doubles in here. But if anybody's working on any of these sets, let me know. Maybe I can help you out. But there are some of the oranges. I think that's the only other color I have for those. Now here's another one that I most definitely want to complete. This is a beautiful set. This is 2018 Star Wars Galaxy. Reminds me a little bit of the old Marvel Masterpiece cards that I love so much. But again, just a really good looking set. I could definitely see myself putting this in a binder and just having fun flipping through it once or twice a year. There's some great photos on pretty much all of those. So I won't go through like every single one. Maybe if I do binder it up eventually, I'll do like a full set binder video. But again, just check these out. Just great artwork on all of these. I think this one might be my favorite from all of them. And I don't think this set is too big either. And of course, they also have color parallels for these. There's some blues. But yeah, really cool stuff here. Again, you don't even have to be like a huge Star Wars fan to really appreciate some cards like this. Oh, that was a green one. Just one green one. Those must have been tough. This next one I'm not too crazy about, so I would probably get rid of all of these. I have these labeled as 2019 Star Wars Skywalker Saga. So again, there's just so many different Star Wars sets through the years. But yeah, just something about that design that I'm not too fond of. I don't have a ton of them either, so wouldn't want to put in the work to get that one completed. But again, if somebody is working on that set, just let me know. Now this stack I kind of like, even though it's 2019 Rise of Skywalker. Now say what you will about some of these modern Star Wars movies. I know most of them weren't very good, but that doesn't really matter to me. As long as the card set looks good, then chances are I'm going to want to complete it. Again, just really like the way this set looks. Especially this part of the set with the individual character shots. There's another part of the set that shows like scenes from the movie, which I don't like that part of the set as much. But yeah, I think this is a set that will look good in a binder. Just flipping through pages of this stuff. And I got a bunch of them here, so might be close to completing that one. So yeah, see here you have some scenes from the movie. I think I saw a green parallel, a couple green parallels there in the back. Here's some 2020 The Mandalorian Season 1, which I've only watched Season 1 of The Mandalorian. Maybe a few episodes of Season 2. So don't come after me, Star Wars fans. Again, I like Star Wars movies and shows and stuff, but I just don't keep up with all of it religiously. It is kind of like a plain looking set, you could say, but I kind of like it. But not sure if I would complete that one. I guess it would depend how close I am to completing it with this stack. But obviously just scenes from the show. Everybody remembers the big Baby Yoda craze. Even if you don't know anything about this show, you remember seeing that image everywhere when that show came out. But yeah, pretty cool one. But then of course if I complete this one, then would also have to go after the other seasons. This one's pretty nice too. This is 2020 Star Wars Holocron. Not sure if that's how you say that, but I saw these and really liked them. So again, yet another one that I wouldn't mind completing. But again, it's all going to depend on how easy it is to get some of these done. There's a nice Yoda. Another Yoda. Because I just don't want to put too much effort into completing these. Because again, it's not like a major PC thing. But I just think it would be kind of fun to put together a Star Wars binder with all this different stuff. But yeah, I just like the design of this one. And some pretty cool photos too. Darth Maul became a super popular character. The green. Those are a bit different. But they were in that stack, so I guess they're part of that set. Now here's one that I've been kind of torn on because it's a pretty cool looking set. It has like the old school type of look to it. I remember buying a few packs of these a few years ago. And it has scenes from like all of the movies, which I thought was really cool. Just spans the entire Star Wars saga. So again, I think that would be cool to flip through in a binder, but it appears to be a huge set. I have a bunch of these blues here. And then I also have a bunch of the green parallels, which I started thinking like if I am going to do this set, am I going to do it in blue and then do it again in green? And then there's also red and these silver borders and the black border ones. So again, I was thinking, am I going to complete the set in every color, which seems like something crazy to even consider, but it did cross my mind for a few seconds. But again, even if I'm just going to do it in blue, Seems like it's a really big set that's going to take a lot of space in the binder, so haven't really decided yet. Again, these are just some of the thoughts that have gone through my mind as I've been going through these stacks of this big lot that I bought from Mark. And last stack here got some of the older Star Wars cards. I think they say 1980 on the back. I haven't sorted through these yet because I figured these would be the easiest to identify and sort. So I kind of left these for last. But yeah, there's a bunch of these in there. I'm sure a lot of you who collected back then will recognize these. So yeah, overall a ton of Star Wars stuff in here. Again, the part of the collection that I bought from him was not just Star Wars, but I would say it was like 70% Star Wars stuff, which I didn't think I'd be that into. I thought I would just probably keep like the wrestling stuff and the Marvel stuff that was in there, stuff like that, and probably get rid of the Star Wars stuff. But again, as I looked through more and more of this stuff, I kind of got into it. So now it's just a matter of deciding what I will keep, what I won't, which ones I'll complete, which ones I won't. But again, just wanted to share some of this stuff, make a video. So that's the end of that. So there you go. I don't know how long this video is going to end up being when I put all these clips together, but hopefully a few of you will enjoy at least some parts of it. So talk to you all again soon.